Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and before we hop in, make sure to go ahead and check out Sleeve Chief's new Blackbeard bundle that you can go ahead and buy and use code DBG for 5% off, and I'll leave a link to it down below at the very top of the description. And we have Toast versus Newport Gaming, and these are going to be $25 money matches. Also, make sure to check out the Coliseum Discord, link down below at the top of the description. And you can check out Newport Gaming's TCG Player Store, link down below at the top of the description. And then we will go ahead and we will see three. Okay, then we go ahead and see Newport Gaming win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. They said, well played, great minds think alike. So we'll go ahead and see them go first. 44 versus 42. Opening hands, we have Nib, Fua, Ice, called by Ash. They have Bestial, Magma, Engraver, Sword, Tract, Ice. Yeah, I mean, it sucks when you draw 4 engine and your opponent draws Fua. Like, it's so tough. Normal summon out Ice, effect, chain Fua. Then they go ahead and special summon out from the deck the Sword. And then they draw into Bonfire, Sword effect, go grab out Ice from the decks of the hand. And then activate Engraver effect, discard, go search, grab out Fiendsmith and Paradise. And then activate Tract, and they're thinking about ashing this, which they don't have to. They could called by the Engraver. No, you probably just ash the Fiendsmith and Paradise on the next turn. So they go Tract, add the Engraver, because they could also like Ice discard it in special and get it into graveyard anyhow. So discard the Fiendsmith and Paradise, overlay into Detonator. They draw Veiler, then Detonator effect to attach. Yeah, you want to summon it in defense, otherwise Bestial on Engraver, like a Druid Worm, would shut down your Paradise, end out your Detonator. Then pass turn, they draw Talons, so activate Bonfire, go ahead, grab out X Ryzeal, and then dump Mirror Logic, special X, and then X1 Mirror Logic 2, chain Detonator to pop the X, and then search out Node. Okay, activate Talons to look at hand, rip the Bestial out of it, and then Ice, Sword, Engraver. Yeah, the normal summon out Ice, Ice effect goes special, bring out Sword, Sword effect goes search, grab out Ice, and then overlay, summon out Duo Drive effect to attach, and then they said attach is fine. What? What? Oh, what? You just Paradise, what? That is absurd. You definitely would Paradise this. Like, without a doubt, you out Duo Drive there. Like, obviously, we know they have multiple outs to stop this, but they don't know that. They don't know they have an out to this. You out Duo Drive, otherwise, like, now your Paradise doesn't even do anything. Yeah, they just search Cross, search Sword. Then we have activate Cross. I said thinking here, Cross effect to put back and then draw. That draws into an Engraver. Okay. Couldn't we have like special Node first, Node discard, special summon back out from the graveyard? I guess like no, because they could set up. I guess they're just gonna set up Dweller then Node effect. I guess that's fine. I guess they'd have to do the same thing anyways if they want to draw. Engraver go in the Tract. But this is just game now, because now we can go Tract, Lurie, special. This is game, right? It should be very close to game if not. Special Ice, send the Lurie, which allows us to summon Engraver, special Sword. Then yeah, no Sword search. Am I tripping? Wait. They've already used Sword, right? I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they want Ice in the Sword. Yeah. Okay. Then they go Special Node. And then on that summon, they're going to go Fiendsmith and Paradise. And they know every card. Oh, they're going to let it resolve? Okay. Dump Desiree effect, shuffle back to out the Cross. They cross negate. Did they? Because they had the boost of attack. Then they had Summon Engraver. But I guess that doesn't work, right? Overlay for Dweller. And then no discard, summon Detonator. And then you have an Engraver on field, so then you can beat over. And then 18, 31. Nah, it's not game. That's not game. It's close. If we had summon Node prior, it would've. But that's... Nah, even then it really wouldn't have been game. Yeah, it wouldn't have been game anyways. Okay. Now they're gonna go Node, Sun Duo, special summon back out X. But now we have Detonator plus Dweller set up because they Desiree. Yeah, that was a horrible spot to Paradise. Shuffle back, summon out Engraver. Like, it should have just been done on Duo in the first place. So beat over, battle phase, go ahead, swing, swing, swing. Okay. And then go into main phase 2, overlay for Abyss Dweller, and then set called by, pass, they draw Sword Ryzeal. Also, probably should have summoned this in attack. In defense, it's a lot easier to beat over than it is in attack position. Standby phase, activate Dweller effect, so they can't start with like X, Dump Mirror Logic. Then they're gonna go special summon out Sword, and then Sword effect to go Search. It doesn't engraver because they're under Dweller, so it doesn't do anything. Then in response to Sword effect, they will Detonator to pop it and cross negate it. And then they just submit defeat. So going on to the next game now. We'll see Newport Gaming go first. We have Nib, Ultimate Slayer, Lacrima, Ice, Talons. They have Ice, X, Lurie, Bonfire, Ash Blossom. And then normal summon Ice, Ice effect, bring out X. X effect goes Search. And then X will grab out Sword from the decks of the hand. Overlay, make Exceton Knight. And then link off into Requiem. Requiem effect, Tribuco special. Bring out Lacrima. Lacrima effect, dump the Engraver. And then we have Requiem effect to equip. And then we have the Engraver effect to shuffle back Exceton Knight. Special summon itself out. Then go ahead and use those to make the Necro equip Princess. And then on summon, drop Nib. Pass over the token, 38, 44. And then now special summon out Sword. Sword effect goes Search. Grab out the X Ryzeal from the deck to the hand. Special summon out X by dumping the Eclipse Twins. Overlay. Go for duos that I'm lagging. Bad, so wait for a thumbs up for future interaction. They said same goes to you. Okay, so effect to attach and then effect to detach and go Search. Grab out the Ryzeal Cross and the Node Ryzeal. Yeah. They also decided to go for Twins of the Eclipse. You know, technically they could have gone for Detonator. And then you have like Cross there with the duo for an extra negate, but then you don't have Twins set up, which kind of sucks. Yeah. I mean, setting up Twins is really good. Yeah, it just sucks that they have Slayer. And then activate Cross, special node, node effect, send special summon back out X from the graveyard. X? Doesn't summon Sword? Okay. Could have got hit with a pretty crazy Bestial there, but I guess they have Bonfire, then they get to keep their Lacrima. So Cross, put back, and then draw. Draw into a Fiendsmith in Paradise. Bonfire goes Search. Grab out the Ice Ryzeal. And then they can discard the Fiendsmith in Paradise, special summon out Ice. And then overlay all those for a Detonator. Summons it in attack position. Effect to attach. And then pass turn, they draw Ash Blossom. Activate Slayer, dump, bounce back. Which I think it's like okay to summon an attack there because they have Nib on field. And you have Cross on field. But Ultimate Slayer, go ahead and out the Detonator. Then they go normal Ice. Ice effect. And then they Ash Blossom that. Shutting it down. Yeah, and then they said, is that good? Now they have Towns to take. Which this is game. Because that's 38. So if you go Lacrima into Requiem, Requiem effect, tribute to go special, and then you get ashed and you lose. But if you just go Lacrima into Requiem, then you survive. Because this is only 85. Yeah, this is only 85. Unless I'm doing my math wrong. Am I doing my math wrong? Because it's at 38? No, yeah, I'm doing my math right. Okay, yeah, it's only 85. So if you summon out Requiem, you technically live by 100 there. But it looks like they are playing into a top deck Ash Blossom. Or, I guess Called By would already be used. Yeah, it's like a little tough though, right? Because, like, you could afford to play a little bit risky there. And, like, let them go battle phase and beat over Requiem. Sure, you get dropped down to 100. You don't have as much follow-up. But, like, who cares, right? Because if Requiem resolves, all you're doing is, like, summoning, what, Engraver out? Or you're summoning Lacrima out? And you're not really getting much off of that. You're just saving some life points. And you're actually just, like, being very risky in the Ash. Yeah, you just don't do this in main phase. You definitely just leave it there in battle phase. Because now they just get hit with Ash. And now they just lose. And if the opponent linked off into a Moon, you had Fiendsmith in Paradise to out it. And then you had follow-up to be able to win the game. Yeah, I think they threw that one. I think, like, yeah, I think they threw that one. I don't think using Requiem effect there was good. So now going on to the next match, we'll go ahead and we will see Toast win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Decide to go first. 42 versus 44. We have Cross, Nib, Ice, Imperm, Veiler. They have X, Veiler, Engraver, Druisworm, and Nib. So go normal Ice. Ice effect goes special. Sure. Bring out X. X effect goes Surge. Grab out Sword. Yeah, you don't want to Veiler that. You get punished really hard by, like, special Sword, special X, because then they set up Cross early before you can even drop Nib on them. It is unfortunate that they drew Cross, but, you know, it'd be like that. Go Requiem, Requiem effect tribute, bring out Lacrima, Lacrima effect go dump the Engraver, Requiem effect to equip, Engraver effect shuffle back, special summon out, sure. Then they make Necro equip, and then that's fine. They said that's fine, yeah, just let that go. Make DDD, special Sword, Sword effect go Surge, grab out X Ryzeal, because they're just going to Veiler Nib them when they summon Duo. But obviously, like here, so they're not going to dump Eclipse Twins. They're thinking on it. Yeah, they do dump it. Okay. Then activate Cross, and then on res of Cross, they can go activate Nib. They said, you did okay. They said, huh? They went activate field spell, res, they said thinking. Then they went declare Nib. They said, okay. And then they detached to try to negate it, and they said, you said okay. Which, I mean, they did say okay. And you only have 5 seconds to declare that you've misclicked. And there was over 5 seconds. So, yeah, unless if they were lagging, that will not be ruled in their favor. They said declare the effect. I did it at the same time you were thinking, as in you're okay to think. See, I don't know. I don't know if that's true, because I feel like Toast recently has been doing a lot of takebacks in money matches and Ironmans. Like, it even happened in the Ironman tournament. And I mean, even like right here, special X by dumping the Eclipse Twins, instantly returns to the extra deck, thinks for a few minutes, and then dumps it again. Like, you know, I feel like they just need to slow down and think their plays through. So, because like when you try to do these takebacks, like, people just won't let it go through because you're playing for money. Like, you know what I mean? So how can I react in 2 seconds? You were taking 10-ish seconds to think, now then you know it's okay. I mean, you don't okay someone saying thinking. That's not real. Like, you don't say okay to you thinking when I activate Nib. I was letting you know it's okay, and it came down at the same time. Like what we both stated earlier that we were lagging, I don't know. If you perform a misclick or incorrect game action, you have 3 seconds to inform, or it's only 3 seconds, not 5 seconds, to inform your opponent about it and return to the correct game state. If you perform a misclick and your opponent responds to that action before you communicate it was a misclick, you'll be unable to take that action back. This is the rules that I know it is. I wrote those rules. Pressing thumbs up wasn't a misclick though. I never said it was. I just said the timing I pressed it wasn't after seeing Nib. Also, DB is lagging. That's why when you said thumbs up my Nib, I was surprised. We can let a judge go over the log and decide. This is crazy. They said, alright. Yeah, a judge can see if you're lagging. We stated we both are, but sure, no problem. Yeah, I feel like Toast is capping, I'm not gonna lie. Because if Toast wasn't capping, he would say, yeah, let's just call a judge. And the judge would be able to see if I was lagging or not at the time. So I think this just means like they weren't lagging and they just pressed OK in response to Nib. Because they were expecting the opponent, like, okay, my opponent didn't drop Nib on DDD summon, or before DDD summon, so that means they have Nib plus Veiler. They said okay to Nib without making them drop the Veiler. So they know they have Veiler or Imperm, but they just didn't make them use it. Yeah, they messed up. They messed up there. It feels like it's just a misplay. Cross put back, draw Ash Blossom, set Imperm, pass, and they wait. What? They didn't end phase Druisworm? You're supposed to end phase Druisworm, banish the Requiem there, and then you establish that. Yeah, that was pretty bad, especially with like the top deck Ice too. Because then you could go like normal Ice, ice effect, the opponent's like, they're not forced to stop it, but they will stop it. Otherwise, you can just special sword, then ice Druisworm, Chaos Angel, you know, send the token with Druisworm, banish the back row, and then 3,000, 35, 15, and yeah, you just win. Because that's 65 plus 15, that's 8k. So not using the Druisworm there during end phase was crazy. Because now they're reliant on their opponent using Lacrima into Requiem. Especially while they still have the body on board too. And now they're going to be playing into Nib more. So since we are enforcing the rules and whatnot, go ahead. Okay, so they're going to go Engraver, grab out Track. Well, how long did they even take there? Okay, yeah, technically they took too long, because you have a minute per action. So Engraver, grab out Track, Track effect, go ahead, grab out Lurie, then discard Lurie, Lurie effect, special summon itself out, then we will go Lurie into Requiem, and then we're going to go Engraver, shuffle back Lurie, chain Requiem effect, Tribute goes special, so bring out Lacrima, and then bring out the Engraver from the grave, and then we have Lacrima effect that can go dump. So that's going to dump the Fiendsmith in Paradise. Sure. So what? Lurie, Requiem, Lacrima, Engraver. Then we're going to go Requiem effect to equip to the Lacrima. And then Engraver effect to go send the token. Then use those to make Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel effect, banish the back row, chain Imperm on the Chaos Angel. So that way when they drop Nib, it'll be affected by it. Even if they didn't have Nib, they would still do this because they could play in the Imperm column. They are now thinking about Nib when maybe you don't have it. Normal summon Ice, Ice effect goes special sword, and then sword effect goes search, grab out the Ice. Yeah, and oh my gosh, like the Druisworm is just so bad now. End domain, they're gonna go Lacrima into Requiem, and then Requiem effect, tribute to go special out from deck, and then chain Nib. So go ahead, tribute the field, pass over the token, and then resolve the Requiem, bring out Lacrima. And you don't drop Nib first, then use this, because you play into a Bestial. You know, you don't want the Bestial to be a quick effect. So summon out Lacrima, Lacrima effect go dump the Fiendsmith in Paradise. And they do have, you know, multiple Light Fiends in grave, so you can't Druisworm out it. And now, we already went through Ice. So, like, we could... how do they want to play this exactly? They're going to go Druisworm because they want to out the Lacrima and this outs Engraver. And then they said thinking, because, I mean, they could Fiendsmith in Paradise to dump follow-up, which they do there. Okay, so that's actually very good for Newport Gaming, because now they don't have to deal with that interruption. So now they're going to go Special Ice, send Druisworm, Druisworm effect, out Nib. Special summon X by dumping Eclipse Twins, overlay into Duo Drive, Duo Drive effect to attach, and then Duo Drive effect to detach and go search. They're going to go ahead and Valor that. Yeah, and the Valor's really tough. Like, having another hand trap there was really bad for them. If they didn't have a hand trap, they would have been fine, but to be fair, they put themselves in this situation to begin with. So now, past turn, they draw Druisworm. Main phase, cross effect, put back, draw on the Talons. Yup, and then now they're going to go Engraver, shuffle back Requiem, special summon out. Then on summon, Paradise, banish, dump Desiree. Desiree effect, shuffle back Engraver to out Engraver. And then they said, oh, you're cool, but I'm cooler though. Talents to take the Duo Drive. Resolve Duo Drive effect, and they can't Valor it because they have Cross. So now Duo Drive, grab out the Ice, grab out the Node. But they do have, like, Lacrima effect and Valor, but Lacrima doesn't do anything because they already went through Trap. So they don't have to negate that. Normal Ice, Ice bring out X. Like, that's what they would see from their perspective. Like, oh, maybe they would negate Lacrima, but we also have Druisworm that just deals with it. X go in the sword. Yup. Now this thinking here, overlay, make Exceton Knight into Requiem, and then we have the Requiem effect, tribute go special, bring out the Engraver, Requiem effect to equip, Engraver effect to go send, So now, I mean, we can't Druid Swarm this now, but that's fine. Like, this doesn't do anything. It just summons an Engraver at best. Then they go Special Sword. Sword effect, grab out X Ryzeal. Yeah, special summon out X Ryzeal by dumping Mirror Logic. And then they're thinking, so don't think too hard. Not cross-negating Lacrima, promise you that. And then they just submit defeat. That's actually funny, they just submit defeat there. So on to the next game, we'll see Newport Gaming go first. We have Ice, Sword, Veiler, Engraver, Talents. They have Nib, Sword, Engraver, Droll, Ogre. Okay, so they will start off by going main phase normal Sword, they Veiler it, then activate Engraver, which is a pretty good punish there. They can go Engraver in the Tract in the Lurie, Lurie into the Requiem, and then Requiem effect, Tribute, bring out Lacrima, and then Lacrima effect go dump, and that could just dump the Trap card. Yep, go ahead, dump the Trap card. How long did they take to activate that Lacrima effect? Okay, they only took 6 seconds. I was gonna say, because, like, it felt like they took a while to activate Lacrima effect. And you do not want to give your opponent an opportunity to, like, shark you because, they are not happy at you for the whole activate Nib thing before. So do not give them an opportunity to, beat you back by doing something like that. Go in the Duo, and then Duo effect to go ahead and detach and go search. Then that'll go ahead and grab out the X Ryzeal and the Ryzeal Cross. Okay. Then from here, we're going to go special summon out X Ryzeal. I guess that's fine. Yeah, because if they Engraver, like, they lose their Paradise, they lose a bunch of follow-up. They could summon Desiree, though. Which Desiree's, like, pretty nice. Because you go Engraver, shuffle back. You end up putting everything back, and then you just have, like, a random Paradise Engrave. But then you do have Desiree on your end board, too. Which is pretty good, because they don't have a hand trap at this point, because they let your Duo drive Resolve. Yeah, they would have used any hand trap by then, basically. So now all you have to deal with is stuff like, Talent, Slayer, Engine, stuff like that. So they're going to X grab out Node. And then now they go Special Node. And then Node effect, send Duo, Special Summon back out Sword from the grave. And then Overlay to make Dweller. Make Dweller? We shouldn't have dumped Eclipse Twins then, right? We should have just dumped Ixaton Knight as a Light Fiend, because Eclipse Twins could be good in the deck for follow-up. So we're going to summon Dweller there. Okay. And then Dweller effect, detach, activate Cross, Cross effect, put back, and then draw. That'll draw into a Druid Worm. And then pass. They said, you are crazy. So they have Dweller effect right away. I mean, this isn't bad. Like, this is still pretty good for them. But if they did special summon out Desiree, but I guess if they special Desiree, then what? Because they already went through Sword effect, they already normal summoned, so then they can't X. So they'd have to go for... We'd have to go for Node. Node plus Cross. And then Node has to discard. I guess it doesn't even have to discard, right? Because you'd have Sequence and Agumde. So you could send one of those for the Node to special back out, because you don't really need both of those. Yeah, so now they're gonna go Dweller effect, normal Ice effect goes special, and then bring out Sword effect goes search, and then yeah, they could have, the Druid Swarm draw makes the Dweller look worse too. But now Ice in the Sword in the X, but obviously you don't know what you're gonna draw. And then on res, drop Droll and Lockbird on them. Okay, and then activate Talents to look at hand. And then they're thinking they're going to rip the Nib out of hand. Okay, then they have Ogre and Druid Worm. Yup, they have Trap set up. Yeah, but hard drawing Cross here is like pretty good. Special Mirror Logic. In Special X by dumping Mirror Logic. Can't search because Droll. Activate Cross. Overlay, summon out the Detonator. Detonator effect to attach. And then they're thinking here. They do have Jerusalem they could chain, but they don't. And then Special Sword. And then activate Fiendsmith in Paradise. They're gonna go Banish, then they go Chain Detonator to pop the cross, dump Desiree. Desiree shuffle back, try to send. They said, what's the target? They're gonna target Ice to try to keep him off of another rank 4. Cross to negate that. Cross effect, try to put back and draw, but they can't because of draw. Overlay into Dweller. And then Battle Phase. I mean, all they have right now is like beat over, and if they crash, then they have to detach. But they would go start a Battle Phase Dweller effect. Yeah, and then you Ogre it, and then they have to Detonator protect, so then they don't crash Dwellers. But yeah, they're definitely going to start a Battle Phase Dweller effect. But they're going to go Lacrima into Requiem. Requiem effect, Tribute Ghost special, bring out an Engraver that they can't beat over. With Dweller, it's now Detonator, beat over the Engraver. Then they just try to pass turn, end phase Druis Worm, banish X, chain Detonator to pop the Ryzeal X. That way they can't make a Light and Dark Chaos Angel. Yeah, they don't chain Ogre because you just remove a random body off board. You don't need to remove this. And then pass, they draw Sword. Activate Dweller effect. Okay. Now, yeah, none of the Fiendsmith stuff works this turn, but we did draw Sword, which is very nice. So they're gonna go main phase, special summon out Sword, Sword effect goes Surge, grab out the Ice Ryzeal from the deck to the hand. If they didn't draw Sword, what were they planning on doing there then? Was it anything good? If they play SP, it wasn't horrible. Like, you could beat over Dweller, then SP banish Cross, but most people have cut SP at this point. So I doubt that they had it. I guess you also don't need a banish Cross. You also have Ogre for it, which is, like, good enough. But Sword into Ice, and then normal summon Ice. Ice effect goes special. Ice will bring out Sword from the deck. Yeah. And then overlay into Duo Drive. Effect to attach. We also don't have a read on the card in hand. Like, it could be Engine. It could be a hand trap that they drew for turn last turn. Could be another Talons. Like, there's a lot of cards that this could be. We know that they didn't have a hand trap the last turn because they let Duo resolve. But now they're going to go Duo effect, attach, go ahead, search out X, grab out Node. Okay. And then special summon X by dumping the Mirror Logic. Yeah. And then overlay into the Detonator. Sure, Detonator effect to attach Twins of the Eclipse. And then Battle Phase, beat over Dweller, beat over the Detonator. And then attack. That's fine. Wait. What? Okay, wait. Were we trying to bait Nib or something? There's no way, right? Nah, because, like, wow, that was horrible. Why'd they attach Twins of the Eclipse? If they attached Twins of the Eclipse, they should have Abyss Dweller crashed into Detonator at least. To put another rank 4 engrave for the Twins of the Eclipse to be live. Or they should have attached Desiree, or they should have attached Mirror Logic. Because you can attach Desiree and then detach Desiree and out something when it goes to grave. Draw Bonfire. Main phase Cross effect. And then in response, Detonator to go pop it. Sure. Now they're going to go Engraver effect. Discard, go search. Chain Detonator, target Dweller. And then they said, hold on, think. Because I do have Ogre. So they could Ogre the Detonator. Then Twin effect to summon back out. Look how much worse this is. We had to waste our Ogre when we could have just crashed the Dweller. Life points don't matter if you're not ending the game. Unless if you're putting them, like, really down low. But that could have been a lot better and saved Ogre. Now they're going to go activate Bonfire. Yeah, because we don't need the Dweller on res because they can't summon the Engraver yet. So now they go grab Ice. We could just wait till they activate Tract and then Dweller, but they're not going to activate Tract into Dweller. But that's fine. Go Ice into X. X effect goes search. Grab out Node Ryzeal. Then activate Dweller effect. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, because if they make Detonator, then we don't want them to get an extra pop. Go into Exceton Knight. Exceton Knight effect, wipe the board. Jerusalem effect, out the Exceton Knight. So now they have to like send the tract off the node. So they go special out node, effect, discard. Yeah, because you can't activate tract because you just lose the card. So get rid of it, special summon back out sword. And then overlay, make detonator. Detonator effect to attach mirror logic. Pass. And then, okay, they draw into Druid's Worm, which they didn't even need to draw that, right? Because they can just go Engraver, shuffle back, Desiree, special summon out, normal summon node, make sequence. Hold on, they don't have anything else set up, right? Yeah, they don't. Then they can make sequence effect, to summon out Desiree, shuffle back Requiem, turn Desiree into Requiem. Wait, can they even do that? Because they would have, what, 1, 2, 3. They actually wouldn't have any Light Fiends in Grave. I guess you could go sequence effect to equip to Desiree. Yeah. You could go sequence effect to equip to Desiree. And then you could go Desiree effect, I guess, force it out. Either way you force it out. Then link off Desiree for Requiem. Then Desiree shuffle back sequence. Out this. If they chain detonator, you chain Requiem. You can summon Engraver, Requiem effect to equip. That's game. So we didn't even need to draw for turn and we already won. But the Druid's Worm does make it like 10 times easier. So now here they're going to go Engraver, shuffle back Desiree. I mean, we don't even have to come at the Druid's Worm. Yeah, I was going to say, we just win. We just win. It doesn't matter how we do it here. Unless if they mess up, then it really matters. So summon sequence effect, they go detonator to pop it, sure. That really changes nothing. To be honest, you shouldn't even have done that, right? No, you should, because they might forget that they could turn Desiree into Requiem. I guess that's a higher chance. Because they could also just make Agnumde. And Agnumde, if they make it with these two, also... that doesn't win the game, though. No, you actually probably shouldn't pop this, because you want them to go for Agnumde and hope that they mess up. Yeah, I think here, I mean, you just have to put your opponent on make a mistake. Yeah, give your opponent the highest opportunity to make a mistake, the highest chance of making a mistake. So, yeah, they chain detonator to pop Requiem, sure, effect to equip, and then battle phase game. Okay, on to game number 3 now. We'll go ahead and see Toast go first. And then opening hands, we have Engraver, Ext, Imperm, Talents, Metaltronus. It's a strong hand. They have Perulia, Sword, Engraver, Nib, Fua. That's also a strong hand. So they will go activate Perulia right away. Then they go Engraver for Tract. And then activate Tract, add Lurie, discard Lurie, Lurie effect, special summon itself out. And then on Lurie's summon, I was going to say, I don't think you Fua on Lurie's summon. I think we wait for Requiem effect because we want to draw. Yeah, we want draws. Otherwise, if we Fua on summon, like Talents Lick a hand plus non-engine hurts. Even just like multiple non-engine can end up hurting if they just don't make Requiem or something. So they Fua in response, bring out Lacrima. Draw into Bonfire, that's a really good draw. Lacrima, dump Paradise, Talents Like a hand. Rip the Engraver out of hand. And then they just go set and then pass. Yeah, we're not going to give them Perulia draw or anything. Well, I guess you can summon out Engravers, sure, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. It doesn't seem great, though, to do that, right? Because we just play into a Bestial for the Paradise pretty hard. Now, then they go set, pass. They draw into Paradise. Oh, well, they did not draw Bestial. Then activate Bonfire. Bonfire, grab out the Ice Ryzeal. Then normal summon out Ice Ryzeal. They Metaltronus that, which ends their turn. And they know every card in hand besides Paradise. I guess, like... I was going to say, I guess technically you could have started with normal Sword. I think this card just cooks you no matter what. Yeah, this card just cooks you no matter what you do. But like normal Sword, a lot of people are very obligated to impermit. But the thing is, they know you have Bonfire, so it's like they know you're just gonna search X and summon X. But yeah, the Metaltronus there is really good. Being able to summon and then banish face down, put them on nothing. They set Paradise, which I think is incorrect. Yeah, if it was Imperm, you would keep it in hand. Most people aren't on Metaltronus. If it's Fiendsmith in Paradise, you could set it and hope that they pop it. but you actually don't want them to pop it, really. You would actually rather keep it in hand, because that gives you a free send. Because your X is probably going to need to dump a real card. I guess it could dump Exceton Knight, and this could dump Engraver. I guess that's like something. Pass, draw strike. It's pretty good. So they said rough, ain't it? Happens. Sure does. So now, go main phase. Oh, they know they have Nib. They're going to make sequence, and then sequence effect. Go ahead, shuffle back. And then summon out the Desiree. Link off. Oh? This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, Toast, you gotta stop making these misplays, bro. Like, if you send these to the graveyard and then special them back out and we're playing for money and you just got done BMing me, like, you just got done BMing me, I am not letting you take that back. I'm not letting you take that back. If you just got done BMing me, no, I'm not letting you take anything back if you're BMing me. Oh, God, no. So, now they're going to go sequence into Requiem. Yeah, I would have made them make the Agnumde there, for sure. For sure. Or Moon. Like, they're linking for sure. I'm forcing that 100%. Go into Requiem. Sequence effect to equip the Desiree. Requiem effect, Tribute, go bring out Lacrima. Also, I wasn't counting. So, sequence, Desiree, Requiem, Lacrima. Okay. Lacrima, dump Engraver. And then they're going to go shuffle back Requiem, special summon out the Engraver. Then on summon, activate Nib. Because they were afraid of them making Chaos Angel banishing Paradise. Yeah, I mean, this card should have just stayed in hand anyways. There was no reason for us to, yeah, there's no reason for us to set this card. That was really bad. Yeah, we could have just held Nib. Like, who cares if they make Chaos Angel, right? Like, oh, I like Chaos Angel. Oh, no. Like, that card's not very scary. So they tribute everything, summon, pass over the token, and then now they're going to go Desiree effect, which outs their own token. Oh my gosh, they played that so bad. Special summon out, like, not Toast, but Newport Gaming played that really bad. They just dropped Nib for no reason at all, when they shouldn't have even set this in the first place. The Chaos Angel would have had even less value. Summon X by dumping twins. They said send PayPal. Yo, they're actually just throwing crazy. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Also, why they said send PayPal? It's not even game yet. They have Desiree and Grave, so their Paradise isn't even live. You assume this is Imperm. Yeah, it's definitely not Metaltronus. You want to set double Metaltronus. Wow. GG's. They said second Bonfire. Nothing. And they were top decking Ice? Wait. Hold on. Hold on. If they actually did make Chaos Angel, right? Like, let's say we just play from that position, right? If they make Chaos Angel, banish Paradise, you drop Nib on the opponent, they keep Chaos Angel because it's unaffected, they get a token, they can't Desiree send anything important except for the Nib on your field, they can't special X and get value off of it, you top deck Ice, I guess you still lose because they top deck Strike, but like... I mean, you don't know that. You don't even know that. Normal Ice effect, they strike it. Special Sword effect, they imperm it. Sure, game. But you don't know that they had Strike and Imperm. They would have had to have those cards. You don't know what they have. Like, they actually just admitted defeat before the game was over. Yeah, and they didn't nib at the correct time, and they could have kept this card in hand, and this card was an unknown, too. It was an unknown card. So it's like, oh my gosh, that was so bad. It's too easy to read when it's set too. Like, you're not going to set Imperm. You will set something like Fiendsmith in Paradise, hoping that the opponent pops it. Like, it's just too easy of a read. Most of the time, it's not even correct setting this, unless if you just disrespect your opponent and think that they're bad. And even then, you really only do it if there's a detonator potential happening. Like, they'd have to set up detonator to pop it. You don't want them to Chaos Angel banish it for free. So, yeah, I think Newport Gaming just played really poor in those matches, to be honest. I feel like some of those games were definitely winnable, and some of the games that, you know, even like this game wasn't winnable, but they didn't know they had Strike and Imperm. Like, these weren't guarantees. So it's like, they definitely took a game that could have been winnable and lost it. And yeah, Toast also wasn't playing the most clean though. Yeah, to be honest, you know, I'd run either of these guys' pockets. If I'm just being honest, I'd run either of these guys' pockets. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.